Welcome back. This is Scott Hallam, Dr. Gash of Dread Central. We've got a great list for you today of the top 7 most shocking moments from Day of the Dead. My personal favorite zombie film of all time, Day of the Dead, had effects that were far beyond what we had seen in the past. Let's take a look at some of these nasty, nasty moments. First, we have Logan's zombie spills his guts. Logan was better known as Dr. Frankenstein the Bunker, and he was doing experiments on the zombies to try to figure out what was going on with the infection. When one of the test subjects broke a strap that was holding him down, and he sat up at the table, but he was already cut wide open and his guts literally spilled out and splashed onto the floor. About an hour into the film, all hell breaks loose. Trying to corral some zombies, they get loose and they attack the soldiers who are running the bunker. One of the soldiers gets bit in the neck, an awesome effect, and another one gets it in the arm. In an attempt to stop the infection from spreading, they amputate the arm and they cauterize it with a torch. Meanwhile, the soldier who got his throat cut out just asked to be shot. They didn't want to turn into a zombie, so they shot him right in the head, and it was a very, very realistic shot. Number 3 is also about Dr. Frankenstein, who was trying to train the zombies to at least behave or to understand commands. So he felt like he had to reward their good behavior. So he did it with treats. The next shocking moment is when we find out that the treats he was feeding him was part of the dead soldiers that he was keeping in the icebox. Number 4 we'll call McDermott Gets Head. McDermott was one of the helicopter pilots who befriended Sarah, one of the researchers, and that friendship led to him being trapped into the caverns below by the soldiers who didn't really care for Sarah. He found himself having to wield a shovel against some zombies, and he put the shovel right in the zombie's mouth and chopped the head off. The zombie head skidded across the floor, and we saw a nice blink of the eyes. The last 3 are some of the most impressive zombie kills ever seen on film. Private Torres found himself in a bad spot. The zombies had pretty much overrun the base, and they converge on him. We see him screaming, and the zombies tearing apart, and they actually pull his head off. It appears to be still screaming as they rip his body apart. Really impressive effect. The second of these outstanding kills from the end of the film involves another soldier named Rickles, and it was a similar attack where the zombie horde just converges on him. One just starts pulling his eyeball and pulls his eyeball out. Another one bites 2 of his fingers off, and the rest of the horde is just pulling and ripping, and pieces are coming off, and it just seems really intense and very, very real. And finally, we can't forget the death of the ruthless Captain Rhodes. Talking about karma coming back to get you, Captain Rhodes was pretty much a bastard throughout the film, but the zombies finally converge on him, and they literally tear his body in half as his legs are being pulled away from him. The zombies are digging in and they're eating his guts, but he's defiant to the end, screaming, "Choke on him, choke on him." The most impressive kill in a collection of outstanding practical effects. Top notch. This has been the top 7 most shocking moments from Day of the Dead. I'm Scott Hallam, Dread Central's Dr. Gash, and we encourage you to go to dreadcentral.com for all your horror needs. See you next time.